Okay, so got everything torn out of the kitchen here, except for the dishwasher, which I'll do in the morning. And the oven's ready to come out of there, but it's too heavy for me to pack out of there by myself. I did put it in myself, but didn't have countertops on it, so it's a real pain to slide it out of there. And my buddy's coming tomorrow, so he can give me a hand and we'll lift it out of there. There's the acacia live edge countertops that we're going to use. These are actually island but I needed one of them because that's 37 inches wide, something like that. Anyways, for that wider section at this end. This one here has some damage on it, so I got it dirt cheap. So I just need that piece there out of it. So all this piece here and this piece will all be extra. There's a where is it? There's a crack right here in it. So I don't know what I can use that for, but for what I paid for it, it's free, so it doesn't really matter. And this piece here I can use for a shelf, or I don't know, we'll figure something out. Anyways, this is that live edge. I don't know if it shows up in the camera very well, but that's the what it looks like. It's all laminated. It's solid wood. Probably doesn't show up on here, but you know, it's solid wood, but it's laminated, kind of like a cutting board. You can kind of see the seam there. There's one piece there. There's one piece here with the live edge on it. Another piece there. Another piece there. Another piece there. Anyways, it's all laminated together. So this piece is 74 by 39, and it has live edge on both edges. It's like I say, it's an island, or for an island typically, but so we're going to cut this piece here off, and then we'll cut this like that, and then we're going to cut this piece here off and reattach it along here. So it'll have live, even though it's at an angle like that, it'll have a live edge down the whole length of it. And it's all white along the outside edge, all of it. So I think that'll look all kind of cool with it all live edged all the way down. But that's why I need a finished carpenter. I wouldn't be able to do this myself, so or I'd muck it up. So anyways, that's the plan. We're going to start on it tomorrow morning. It's the 28th of December, so over the next, we think it'll take 2 days to do. And then I have also got an oak veneer to go on here to fill all these pocket screw holes. And same with this upper cabinet here. I'll finish it up, and then this will get an oak veneer on it, and then it'll get 1-inch oak on the face frames and underneath and all that. I can only put a veneer on there because there's only about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4. No. Yeah, 1/2 inch between the edge of this and the edge of the slide out when it comes in. So I have, you know, this stuff is 1/8 of an inch thick, so that'll leave me 3/8. So it's, in hindsight, I should have made this cabinet just a little bit shorter. Wouldn't have mattered, and would have made this easier, but whatever. It is what it is. It'll be fine. So anyways, I'll film this as we go. And like I say, I don't know if Jeremy's going to be thrilled about being on camera or not, but I'll ask him, and if he's okay, then I'll just film whatever. But if not, then I'll just kind of finish or film stages as we go. More later. Alright, we're just setting up to make the first cut. Jeremy's got it all set up. And cut this piece off the back. I got it. And we got the vacuum going to clean, catch most of the dust. What's that?
Didn't even smoke or burn.
So we got all the most complicated cuts done.
Yeah.
And we didn't screw it up.
No. No cuts or run past another cut, so that's good. Oh.
Boo. And we were just joking that, you know, if we did screw it up, we'd have a really expensive campfire. But so far we haven't. Now we're going to inlay, or not inlay, but put a 4-inch piece of wherever it went. That edge there into there. So hang on for that. Okay, so Jeremy's got this all cut, and our first piece is just kind of taped in place there. He got it so the grain lines up on the corners here, so that's nice. Now we're just going to cut the second piece that goes across here. And then we'll biscuit it and glue it all up. Alright, so we're all cut and fit. We're just getting ready to do the gluing. There's the biscuits there, biscuit joints there, and in the face. So we're going to glue it up. Alright, so here that's where we got to today. It's all glued up. Can't really see a whole lot because of all the clamps in the way, but that's where we got to today. It was a lot of work, a lot of fiddling. It'll go a lot better tomorrow, or not better, but faster tomorrow. It went smooth enough. It just a lot of finicky cuts, so it's just time consuming. So anyways, there's where we're at so far. Tomorrow we'll cut the other piece down and get the two of them joined together and start fitting the whole thing to the into place. Cut all the, the hole for the sink and the stove, or the cooktop and all that stuff. So we'll do that tomorrow. So I've taken all the clamps off this countertop here and put it into position just to see how it fit, and it's fitting good. The plywood that I originally had on here is still under here. We'll take that off tomorrow when we install this. But you can see that it's, well, maybe you can see that it's pretty close to, to where we wanted it, as far as shape and positioning and that. Close enough for a not a square live edge piece. So I really like how we're able to get the grain to line up here when we cut the pieces. So we have to make one more cut here from this corner back in here out to this corner here, right there, and then the other piece is going to fit on here. But so, and we have to make that cut, and we also have to cut, we have to cut it back to here on this end. We'll do that tomorrow when it's we'll put it back on the other table over there and make that cut. I'm just going to have this hang over just the thickness of the veneer that I got for here. As you can see back here, there's where the slide out is there, and there's about a ½ inch between the cabinet and the slide out, so that the slide out, or the countertop has to be cut back into about here, just so the slide out there'll be about a ¼ inch for the slide out to come past the countertop. So that'll be our one of our tasks for tomorrow. The rest of it should be fairly simple, because it's just we don't have any of this angled stuff to do tomorrow. It's all they're just just angled cuts, and that's it. We have to cut the piece off of it on the back edge here and line it up with this this piece here, the live edge here, and cut the hole for the sink and the cooktop and install that. And then I gotta sand all this, and it's just a just a little bit of a unevenness near here, and so I'll just have to sand all that, do just a tiny little bit of filling, and I'm going to sand all of the finish that's on there off, and then re-clear it with a satin clear. So anyways, it's coming along nice. I think if I was to do this again, it looks great. I mean, I'm really happy with it. But if I was going to do it again, I think what I would do is, rather than making the cut here, I'd make it just right along this boundary between the yellow or I mean, sorry, the light color here on this outside edge and here, and then all of this darker grain here would run right to that edge, and then just have the seam right along here. And then all these, rather than having this strip that's at an angle here, and you can see the direction of grain change here, it would continue right through to there. This being a different color, I think it'd be less noticeable, but I'm not changing it now. It's fine. It's gonna look really good. So anyways, that's one of those things that you never done it before, and you look at it after you've got it partway done. Well, that could have been a little bit better, but that's the only difference I would have made. And then you can see, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. This line would have then continued right to there, and then this being a different color, anyways, you wouldn't have noticed the change. But it's good. I'll continue with this tomorrow. Alright, so next day, Jeremy's not here today. Weather is too crappy. Got a big dump of snow last night, so roads were not very good, so we decided he's going to come out tomorrow instead. Should be better by then. It stopped snowing now, but by the time they get the roads cleared up, you just wait till tomorrow. But anyways, I'm continuing on with cutting these pieces. I've got the second piece in here now, and what I've got is I cut that angle. Now I've got, just ran a pen mark along that seam there, or the angle, and now I'll put that on this one on the table and cut it. So far it's fitting really good, but this one is actually pretty simple, so but however, if anybody could screw it up, I could. So while Jeremy's not here, and I can't really do much more on this until I can sand this edge here, to get that to match. Unfortunately, we were able to get the grain to match up here pretty nice, but this second piece, the white, is just not anywhere as wide anywhere along it, so there's nothing I could do with it as far as having this match up to here. So all I can do is just sand this down so that it matches the contour of that one, and it's just going to have to be the way it is. That's not a big deal, but I mean, it would have been nice to have that consistent all the way down, but there just isn't the material here to do it. All the other offcut pieces and everything I have are just small. I just have a small bit of the white on it, so that's the way it is. While I'm not, he's not here, I figured I'm gonna put a table, swing up table, in that slide out, and I'm using leftover pieces from the one piece I had. So what I did is there's a seam right here, you can kind of see it here. We'll have to do a little bit of filling and sanding, but worked out pretty good. So basically I just cut it in half and put the two cut edges here together, and so I've got live edge on that side, live edge on that side, and then I'm going to inset a piece of other material across here, so I'll have live edge on the front edge too, and then we'll just sand this corner here so that it it all kind of blends together. anyways, that's what I'm working on. And just as a side note, who'd have thought, it's a heck of a mess, but you could turn the inside of a bus conversion into a makeshift workshop. It's going to be a bit of a pain to clean up, but we're using the vacuum on all the tools, so there's not that much sawdust. It catches most of it, so yeah. Too much of a pain to run down to the shop, and it's cold and everything, so this is working. So there's the table top all done. Well, not all done, it's all glued together. I got to sand these corners yet, make them so it all lines up. I might just round them a little bit just so they're not quite so sharp. That took me quite a while, insetting that piece in the front. Gluing the two pieces together, that went fairly quickly, but getting this inset in the front here took me a while. I finally got it, but I've never done it before, so spend as much time scratching your head as you're actually doing anything. But anyways, and then that's going to go in this slide out here between those two chairs. Just be a fold-up table. So that'll be nice to have once I get that done. Anyways, we'll continue on with Jeremy's coming back tomorrow, so we're going to finish off the countertops there tomorrow. Alright, so we're making some progress. Cooktop opening. It's all routed in. Sink's just dropped in there for fitting. It's going to fix this little edge here so that it matches. And then we'll start putting it together. What a mess. Alright, so there it is, all sitting in place. It's all sanded, ready to be finished. We just glued it together, so we'll leave it. I'll leave it till tomorrow, and then start putting some finish on it. But I'm pretty happy with it. Come out nice. And it'll just clear the slide out by 1/4 of an inch or so. So there we go. Once I get some finish on it, I will take another little bit of video. Alright, so there's all the table all installed. That's just a temporary leg on it. I'm going to I got some hinges coming. I'm going to put a hinged leg on it so that it's a little easier to operate. I got it. You can see where that seam is there. That's where the hinge is to hinge it down. I've got some cup holders, recessed stainless steel cup holders. I'm gonna go one on either side, and some USB charging ports to mount in there. They should be here next week, and I'll mount those all in there so that I can charge a phone and put a drink in there while we're traveling and not spill it, which would be good. I think it came out pretty nice. Since I did the last video on it, I've sanded it and put about I don't know, 6 coats of poly on it. I think I did 3 and then let that dry and then sanded it with some 220 and then put another 2 or 3 coats on. Came out pretty nice. We'll see how durable it is. You know, it's a table, so it shouldn't be too bad. But it's pretty easy to just you know, resand it quickly and put another coat on it. So I think it'll be okay. I'll just hang on a second here and I'll put the table down. And that's with it down. Gives you a little more leg room. You can swing that chair around, and you know, if you guys watching a movie or something like that. I think for when it's parked here and I'm living in it, I think that most of the time the table will be up. But you know, when we're traveling, it'll be nice to be able to put it down. I think we'll see. Maybe it won't even matter. Maybe I'll just leave it up. But at least the guy has the option to put it down if we want to. Anyways, that's it. Alright, so there's the finished countertop. Just putting it all back together. I think it came out pretty nice. The clear, I just used clear Varathane. I had ordered some sort of wax oil stuff specifically for wood countertops, but it never showed up. Got lost in shipping somewhere. I was sick and tired of, you know, I was waited for 3 weeks and never showed up. So I just use Varathane on it. It's probably not going to be as you know, probably not going to be as durable. I'll probably have to scuff sand it and then recoat it every now and again, but I think it'll come out nice. I like it. Looks good. So that's pretty much it for the countertops. I have this cabinet that I'm going to put. I've got my garbage bags here right now, but I'm going to put a countertop or a corner cabinet in there beside the fridge, and I have a piece for that down at the shop. Underneath all this crap here, I got 2 pieces. I'm going to make bedside tables for the bedroom. Still waiting for hinges and whatnot for the table, and I got some cup holders that I'm going to mount back there where that other one is, one on each side. USB charging port. If I can get the top off of it. There we go. That I'm going to mount in there for charging phones and whatnot. So yeah. This light that I got here. This is a ceiling light. I'll mount it, you know, in the bottom of the, or on the bottom of the slide out here, directly over the table. So anyways, slowly coming along. I guess that's it for now. I'll just put this together and post it and not worry about the leg. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a lot of work, but I think it was worth it in the end. Now I just have the rest of the cabinets to do, all the face frames and drawers and all that stuff to do. Yeehaw.